we've got maybe only 7 lifters.
Yeah, well, yeah, 7. I mean, at one point there were 9 athletes registered, one of whom is certainly a 49, and so bumped up to that category. And so, of course, that leaves just 2 other athletes. Here we have Mai Phong Kong from Vietnam. The athlete prior was Thi Huai Nguyen. And we have the snatch and total world record holder from North Korea.
Yeah.
It's Hyon-sim Won. She's definitely the favorite for today's session.
Yeah, I think we're going to see something interesting from her today for sure.
Oh, yeah. From Azerbaijan, Nazia Ismailova. Probably one of the first athletes we expect to see out lifting here. Here's Surumon, one of the 2 athletes from Thailand, very accomplished athlete, enormous clean and jerk on her, certainly going to be in the hunt for the gold medal here. The other athlete from Thailand, Kaneka, again a little bit below her teammate, but still a threat for a podium. Then the final athlete from Taipei, Ziyu Hong. So that's it. Those are our 7 athletes. A very small session, as Max mentioned, only 7 athletes. I don't know if we've ever commentated on a session smaller than this one, both in number and by total body weight. So we are underway for this women's 45 kilo A session. It's Nazia Ismailova. This is a 55 kilo opener for her. Her best snatch, 65, so this is well,
very nice.
It's conservative, but she made it look great.
Easy lift.
You know, technically, very good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, we often see these competitions opening up with an athlete who is maybe a little bit lower in abilities from some of the others. Maybe it's a little bit wonky or, you know, a few misses, but you know, you rarely see a competition start with such technical proficiency.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves too. You always have that in the beginning of the meet.
I've spoken with Ismailova a few times in the training hall. Very demanding of free t-shirts and knee sleeves, which she calls knee pads and wrist straps.
Oh yeah.
But we have, I think, been able to provide her with a few things. But no, great opening lift from her. Now, do you think she'll take this 2 kilo jump?
I would maybe guess she goes up 1 more. That was pretty easy. She did kind of kick it forward off her hips a little bit, but we'll see. I would think 58. I'm going to guess they're buying a little bit of time. They want to try and slow that clock down as much as possible to be the first one out. Although, yeah, there it is. Wow, all the way to 60.
Yeah, 5 kilo jump. Okay, so she is going to follow herself here.
Yeah. She'll probably run that down to a minute, I'm guessing, and then she's going to come out.
So as we mentioned, her best is 65, but recently at her last competition, European Champs, what was it, just over a month ago, she only made 58 kilos. She took 60 on a 3rd attempt and missed it. She's made 40% of all of her 3rd attempt snatches in her career. Of course, this is only her 6th international.
Yeah, left that one out in front.
No lift.
Yeah, what do you say about that one, Max, technically?
It looked like a heavier attempt. I mean, that 58 was strong, but it wasn't the strongest snatch.
No.
And then that was looking like about a 10% increase, which it was, obviously. Just heavy.
Yeah.
Representing Azerbaijan.
Let's see here on the replay.
Ismailova, 3rd attempt.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get that turned over all the way. When that weight feels heavy as it passes the knees and come back into the hips, if you're just not sure of it, and you don't have the confidence, you're not going to turn it over. You're not going to commit to it.
Right.
She's going to get a little bit of a pep talk here.
Well, when we caught up with her, we had a little chat about how training's been going. She said that it hadn't been going badly, but the most she'd snatched actually this year is 58 kilos.
Oh, wow.
And that was obviously what she hit at the European Championships. So for her to now be attempting 60 twice is pretty big.
Yeah. Well, going for it, right?
Yeah.
That's the last meet. She won't be at the Olympics. So I guess do what you can here.
Yeah. Yeah, some injury she's had on her knee. Not sure which one, but hopefully that doesn't sort of show up today in this session. She comes, she looks focused.
Ismailova, Azerbaijan.
All she needs to do here is be more aggressive on the turnover. She has the height, she has the strength. If she can commit and turn it over.
Oh, that was better.
Oh, yeah, almost there, just not quite enough.
She was faster under that one. There was a moment, there was a flicker where her elbows were locked out and she was under it, and then she just got pushed out behind.
65 kilos.
So Ismailova will end her snatches with a 55 kilo make, which is going to bring out, I think, Zhu Hong from Taipei, 65 kilos for her opening attempt.
A change loader, 67
Gonna move
kilos,
there.
please. Representing Vietnam, Nguyen Thi Uy.
So we're having a bit of
it's
moving around now, as we've come to expect at these competitions.
Probably going to be a few lifters moving around here.
Yeah. Zhu Hong jumped to 68. That brought out Nguyen. She's now jumped to 68, which is going to bring out Kamika from Thailand at 67. One of the home favorites, of course.
Yeah.
2 athletes from Thailand in this session. They have an enormous team at this competition. I'll try and pull up the numbers, but I do remember looking through it and thinking just how enormous the quantity of athletes that they brought here is. I suppose not too far to travel.
Yeah, Thailand has a very, very deep history in weightlifting.
Okay, 67 here.
Wow,
Oh, yeah.
very strong opener.
Yep, it's 5 kilos shy of her best. And she had a lot of height on the bar. She caught a little high.
Yeah, that was a strong lift, though. So much fanfare. The Thai fans are just going crazy for this.
Totally.
They are loving it.
Okay, so Thailand have 18 athletes at this competition, surpassed by, well, Taipei have 19. The USA also has 18. Other than that, I don't think anyone. Surely China. No, not even China's at 15. So other than Taipei beating them by 1, they have the joint highest number of athletes. Here's Nguyen, 68 kilo opener.
Oh, another strong lift.
Yeah.
Good lift. Nguyen.
And that's a strong start. I mean, that's a kilo personal best on her opening attempt. We've not seen her lift for, well, I suppose not too long. Maybe half a year, 8 months, something like that.
Representing Chinese
The
Taipei.
Asian Junior Championship, she made 67 on her 3rd attempt. So Hong now coming out. She bumped up her opening attempt from 65. Best snatch is 72. This is well within her capabilities.
You know, right off the floor, hips came up a little bit quick.
Right.
No lift.
I wonder if that left that bar forward for her.
Lowers 68 kilos, please.
Definitely not the way you want to start, though.
No.
Representing Thailand, Kamika Kamdonsri.
So Kamika won't come out now. That 68 is just the 1 kilo automatic increase after her opener. So she's going to bump up and probably steal the clock from Hong.
Yeah, most likely they'll wait for Hong to be called.
68 kilos still the weight. The athlete now, representing Chinese Taipei, Hong Ziyu. With TY next.
And as you can see from this wide-angle shot, we're in a much lower ceilinged building than we normally get. You know, we're normally sat right at the bottom of a sort of a deep stadium in weightlifting. This is a much larger sort of
It's a ballroom.
yeah. So we don't have tiered seating, but we do have rows and rows of seats.
She left that first one forward. Plenty strong, though.
Let's see if she can keep her chest up here.
So close.
It was better.
Yeah.
No lift.
It's still just not enough. She's really looking like she has the strength, has the speed, but that commitment at the end is not there. You know, she does have that tape on her shoulder. I do wonder if maybe she's injured and there's a bit of hesitation on the turnover.
The bar is ready. Representing Chinese Taipei, third attempt, Hong Ziyu.
Look at that.
Yeah.
She's under it. She sort of collapses.
Yeah. So close.
Torso just gives out a little bit. So she's in a bit of a do-or-die situation here. 2 misses. She's going to have to make this next lift if she wants to get a total. Of course, she can continue on lifting in the clean and jerks without a snatch, but she won't be able to get a medal or a rating.
You know, there's the coach doing everything he can. I think anyone who's coached an athlete at this level, or really at any level, been in this position, your athletes miss 2 lifts. You know they can do it. You also want to make sure you don't kind of send them out there with too much in their head.
Right.
If you're trying to give them 100 cues or say everything or panic, you know, you can see he's calm, he's collected, just trying to give her that little bit of, hey, this is what you want to focus on. Go out there, execute on one thing. He's probably more nervous than her right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've coached so many athletes. You must have been in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
Internationally, maybe, where you've had athletes in these big meets. And it's a miss and a miss.
Always more stressful to coach than to lift, I think.
Yeah, you just feel ever so helpless on the side of the platform.
Yeah.
Okay, 68 kilos, final attempt now for Hong. This to hopefully stay in and register a total.
Oh, what
my
a fight.
word.
What
Can
a fight.
she?
Look at that lift. What an incredible
That is
save.
stunning.
I did not expect that.
No.
But
I mean, there were 15 points where she could have lost it if she wanted to.
wow. What a way to stay in it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be in the first session that you were going to be holding back the phrase great presence of mind, but you know, we're not even 10 lifts in and already we've seen someone balancing and just staying focused, staying in the moment.
Yeah.
Although, you know, there's not a lot of thought that goes into these sorts of saves. It's just your body reacting and doing what it knows how to do.
It's just athleticism at that point.
Yeah.
Finding balance, just staying in the fight.
Yeah, that's just talent right there.
69 kilos, representing Thailand, Kamika Kamdonsri.
Okay, so Kamika now. Opening attempt, she pulled it extremely high. She's only opting for the 2 kilo jump here, playing a little bit smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
very strong. Very strong. Such a huge pull.
Yeah. Yeah, unbelievable lift. And a little bit tidier, I think, than the opening attempt.
Yeah. Yeah, that was impressive.
One of the cameras, actually, I think, maybe just breaking there for a moment.
Yeah, we saw the boom arm.
Yeah.
The boom camera, the
I don't
arm
know if it almost it looked like it snapped a little bit.
Yeah.
But there was too much weight on the end. But
I think one of the cables broke that was suspending it.
Yeah, they're addressing it now. Hopefully we won't lose out on too many interesting camera angles here. Okay, so
Nguyen's taking the 2 kilo jump here.
yeah,
Again, a little more conservative. I think that's probably a pretty solid number you're going to see in this guy's size weight class here. Not a lot of athletes are going to take that big 5 kilo jump in the snatch.
yeah, not at this body weight. It's just a bit too much.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, very tidy, very smooth.
Yeah.
Good lift, win. Loaders, please. 70 kilos.
So we still have 3 athletes to come out, of course.
71 kilos now.
We have Mai Phuong from Vietnam. We have the world record holder, Won. And then Sarum on.
Third attempt.
And I imagine the other 2 athletes, Kamika and Tihoi, will both finish off their snatches before we see those top 3 kick off their battle for the medals. So another 2 kilo jump here. She's playing it very smart. We'd like to see this.
Yeah.
This tends to bode pretty well for these athletes.
You know, she's not really in the contention there for one of the medals, but being smart, making attempts does put her in a better position if somebody doesn't do well. Oh, easiest one.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, she's in shape. Her last competition, she took 71 and missed it on her 3rd attempt. She made bigger jumps there, interestingly. 3 kilo jump, 64, 67, and then a 4 kilo jump to 71. Probably a bit too much. But this time, with smaller jumps, you know, none of those lifts then feel too different from the one before when you're only taking those 2 kilo jumps.
Yeah, that big jump in weight can expose a flaw in your technique pretty drastically.
So we're going to have Kong next out, I think. 72 kilos, here she comes. Very fun athlete to film. We've spent a lot of time in training, in the training halls over the years, filming her. She has a lot of, she's expressive. That's what I'll say. She's extremely expressive. She looks at that bar like she's, well, she's about to murder it, and hopefully she will with some of these lifts. Very aggressive, very fired up. She's actually had a 20-day training camp in China prior to this. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Good lift. Call.
Relieved. Relieved, but she's determined. You can see it.
Yeah. So she won the Asian Championships from last year, 2023 in Korea. I think those were back in May. And then she tore her hamstring. So she says she's only been training for 1.5 months leading up to this. Half of that time, of course, has been then in China at this training camp. But she says she's feeling basically recovered now and certainly ready to be back on this competition platform.
Yeah, that's a short time to recover from a hamstring injury like that. That's impressive.
Okay, here's Tihoi from Vietnam. 3rd and final attempt. For this to equal the weight that we just saw her teammate make.
Yeah, she has an interesting technique. A little bit of a hop forward. Oh, gets under it nicely, though.
Yeah. You know, you're never going to say that she is the most perfect technician, but, you know, she's gutsy, she's quick.
Well, she owns it.
Yeah, she really does.
It's hers.
She just looks fully committed to getting under that bar and making that lift. You can see how happy she is with that. Yeah, that's 2 athletes already gone 3 for 3. And Matt, I mean, we've got Hyon-sim 1 opening at 80 kilos. I mean, the world record's 86.
That is huge.
Saruamon now.
You know, and Saruamon here is no stranger to big weights as well.
No.
At 48, she was doing 120 clean and jerks, I think.
Was she really?
Yeah,
oh my
she
word.
did 120. It was huge.
Yeah, she told us that the whole Thai team has been training incredibly hard. She said 6 days every week of very hard training.
Oh, wow.
Her teammate just went 3 for 3. Let's see if she can open things up just as successfully.
Wow. Solid opener.
She's a different type of lifter.
I think we're going to get that red light. That right elbow might have buckled on the catch.
Okay.
That's a bit surprising. They're going to play a challenge card here?
Yeah.
This would be an interesting scenario here. Let's see what happens. We had a lot of interesting jury calls back at Europeans. I'm curious to see how it plays out here.
Now we do have a shot of this in the building, as you can now see.
Yeah.
There we go.
Pretty drastic. That right elbow really unlocked. Obvious, I guess.
Yeah. You know, that might be a bit of a waste of a challenge card.
They almost all feel like they're a waste.
Sometimes you think, give it a go.
Yeah.
Especially if it's their last lift. But an opener like that. Yeah, that's going to be a no lift.
Well, she's a strong clean and jerker, so they probably don't expect to have to use one there.
All right.
73 kilos on the bar, calling, representing Thailand, Siriman Pramongkol. This is her second attempt to be followed by Kong.
So she gets a 2-minute clock because she is following herself here. Very fast under the bar. Really slams into the bottom of that squat though. Sort of destabilizes her a little bit.
Not even going to use that full minute on the 2-minute clock.
Okay, so here we go. Pulled for a presser on her opening attempt. Let's see if she can sharpen things up here for this one.
There we go. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yep. A little bit below her best. You know, she made 78 at the World Championships last year in Riyadh. Only made 72 at the Asian Championships last month, though. So at least she's up on that by a kilo. And we're certainly battling now for medals. I think, you know, Saruamon and Kong, they both know that they're not going to be the gold medalist here because we've got a world record holder in the house. But between those two, the battle for the silver is certainly on. They've locked up medals. So they're just going to go up by a kilo, I imagine, against each other. 74 now for Kong. This is her second attempt. She concentrates a lot of focus. Massive lift here. Well over 1.5 times body weight.
Oh,
so good.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. And there's just no doubt whatsoever with her lockout. You know, those elbows are great. She's fired up. She is indeed. Now, interestingly, on the large LED backdrop, I think we had a snow animation there. I'm not quite sure why it is. I can tell you that it's absolutely boiling here in Phuket.
Well, you think that's taunting us with
maybe
a cooler
Perhaps
environment?
it's supposed to be chalk.
Oh,
You know,
that's
raining
possible.
down. It's possible.
I wouldn't be surprised if very few people here have seen snow.
You're right.
in person.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is in degrees, but in Celsius, it's about, or degrees Celsius, it's, I think 37, 38. But the humidity is very high. I think it's probably approaching 100 degrees
It was
Fahrenheit.
90 degrees Fahrenheit earlier.
How many?
90.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. It's the humidity that really gets you here.
Yeah, it's about 150%.
Okay, 75 kilos now. Taking a smart move, going up 1 kilo to try and get ahead of Kong. She put herself back in the lead. Oh!
Yeah.
There we go, and she just rockets to the bottom of the squat there.
Just such a great technician, just so efficient, right to the bottom.
The jury has requested
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Jury stop.
The jury.
At the jury's request.
Well, you know, it has to be said, one of the things that people worry about with competitions is, when it's at the home crowd or the home athletes are going to get advantages. At least we're seeing here that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
They've already overturned one of her lifts, and they're going to take a look at her second here.
You know, from our angle, that looked to be pretty good.
Looked pretty good.
She falls into the hole. There's not really much resistance.
No.
And catches it right there at the bottom, but looks like they're going to give it to her.
Well, I'm pleased with that. And is that enough? Has that secured her a silver? Or can Kong just squeeze another lift and make this? 80 is her best. You know she can make this sort of lift.
Yeah, this is well within her abilities.
Yeah, she made this at the World Champs in 2022. Oh, that looked like right on the limit.
I don't think if you'd have sprinkled a little more chalk on the bar, she would have made that.
No.
That was the absolute limit of that snatch.
It looked significantly slower coming off the floor, almost a hesitation in going under it. But she snuck it. I mean, that's what, you know, when you're picture perfect with your pull, you can just absolutely maximize the strength that you do have left.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no room for error there, and she did it perfectly.
Okay, so get ready, everybody, because we have 3 attempts remaining, and they all lie for this woman. Hyon-sim won from North Korea, the world record holder at 86. She hit that at the Asian Championships in Tashkent this February. Now, we've not seen her in the training hall because, of course, she's not really done anything since she turns up. She hadn't trained with the rest of the team. Oh, my word, the speed.
So strong.
You know, she almost looked like she cut the amount of effort and height she was going to put in the bar as though she was just drilling speed, you know, focusing on a training cue or something.
I mean, it looks like it's almost something she could power snatch.
Yeah. Yeah. And also so solid. Just, you know, there's no wobbling. There's, you know, her back is so tight in the pull. Her elbows and shoulders, everything is locked out perfectly. Just magnificent.
More lowers, 85 kilos.
Wow, 5 kilo jump here.
The world record held by Hyon-sim.
She's gonna.
Well, then there's no
set
way.
herself up, obviously.
She's gonna go for a world record on her 3rd attempt if she makes it. You know, we've seen this sort of thing before where, you know, someone sets themselves up, then they miss it, and then they have to, you know, think, do I now go for it, or do I take this again? You know, I don't want to risk landing just on my opener. You know, she's also
Yeah.
probably got the total and maybe even clean and jerk world record in mind as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have to believe that they're going to go for world record total if she sets herself up. I mean, if she makes a snatch, she makes her second, and then makes her third. She's got a position to really build on that world record total.
Oh, yeah.
Which is interesting because North Korea is not really eligible for the Olympics. They're not going to be there. So they've basically come out here late in the quad and basically said, let's just break the world records everywhere.
Yeah.
And they've done just that.
One kilo shy of her own world record.
Oh,
yeah, that's a great lift. Now, what do we think? Does she have it in her? 87?
You know, if she can be a little more patient, I think 87's there. She does land a little forward. You can see her kind of make that adjustment in the hole, but there's no doubt the strength and speed is there.
If successful, this would tie the world record.
So the automatic increase there, putting her on the equal world record, but she'll go up.
Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
We'll see what she... Oh, so there we go. 87. A new world record in the first session.
Yeah,
You know, Max,
I mean-
I expect to see a fair few world records at this championships.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's the North Koreans, whether it's the Chinese, whether it's, you know, there are a few. I mean, we could see Bulgaria, we could see Bahrain, we could see a lot of countries putting up world records at this championships.
And we're 21 lifts into this competition, and we're already at the world record.
Well, has that ever happened before?
That's a good point. I don't know.
21 lifts in and you're at a world record. That's, you know, you so rarely get a session with this few athletes. You know, only 7 of them here.
Yeah, with this level of talent, too,
Yeah.
in a non-Olympic class.
Yeah, that's great depth.
That's one of those obscure weightlifting questions. I'm not sure who would even know.
Okay, so she looks ready.
1 minute.
This North Korean team, they've, well, the biggest we've seen so far, you know, there have to be maybe 10 of them here, spanning from the 45s all the way up to, I believe, the 81s.
Yeah.
Certainly 76s we know they have on the women's side, 81 on the men's. Okay, this is an attempt at a new world record from Hyon-sim 1. 87 kilos, a kilo above her own current record.
So
my
strong.
word. And was that technically the nicest of the 3?
That was the best of the whole session.
I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. Literally.
Yeah,
I mean, that is
perfection.
so, what has she hit in training? She's been over 90.
I can only imagine, yeah.
Tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, double body weight.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Oh, my word.
Clean and jerk is 10 minutes
I mean,
away.
that looked like it could have been an opener almost.
Absolutely incredible. And
So strong.
what a session. You know, we've had 4 of the 7 athletes go 3 for 3. Absolutely incredible. That's Thi Hawaii from Vietnam and her teammate, Kong. They both did it. The North Korean, of course, who just set the world record, and then Kamika from Thailand. What a start to this World Cup. So let's run through it very quickly. The gold medal then, of course, to North Korea. Hyon-sim won with an 87-kilo world record snatch. The silver to Mai Phong Kong from Vietnam, 76. In bronze, just a kilo behind. A great battle there with Suruamon from Thailand. So the hometown, the home country, getting a medal there in this first session. The runner-up in fourth, 72 kilos, to Hoi from Vietnam.
Well coordinated.
Yeah.
Ismailova here, 65. Not that much
Wait, they've
more.
got Happy Birthday playing again. It just stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong track. Not that much more than she attempted in the snatch.
No. Well, she's actually made this before in the snatch.
Yeah, it was an easy clean.
Well,
Yeah.
she's never missed an opener before.
Not going to start today.
No. Now, a little bit lighter than we've seen her open, but, you know, something is... She's not quite right, that's for sure. She's not in her best shape.
Yeah.
We know that. We saw that in the snatch. We've seen that in a couple of her last performances. 70 she made in Sofia, the European Championships. That's the most she's made this year.
Which
And
really wasn't that long ago, actually.
No.
That could be one of the reasons. I mean, that was maybe a month ago, really.
I think the 11th or 12th of April, I think it was, when she was lifting last. Sorry, of February. So yeah, we're a month and a half out.
Yeah.
Not long to have a, you know, a full training preparation period.
Yeah.
Okay, so 69 kilos now on the bar. She'll be
Nice.
following herself, of course.
The clock resumes.
100 kilos is the heaviest opener written in from Hyon-sim. Quite a few athletes in that 80 to 85 kilo range. Suruamon, who took the bronze in the snatch, probably the outlier from everyone who isn't the world record holder in terms of her clean and jerking strength. She's been able to get to that 100 kilo mark before, which definitely is a big separator in this this category. I think one of the things that's so remarkable is actually the separation in clean and jerk numbers between the 45s and the 49s. You know, once we get to that 49 kilo category, so only 4 more kilos in body weight, but 125 is the clean and jerk world record. That is just you know, also by the North Korean. But the two Chinese lifters, I mean, they pushed it up to 120 prior to that.
It climbs up very fast.
Yeah.
125 at 49 is staggering
It
lift.
shows what happens when there's a bit of competition.
Yeah.
You know, the record was for a while 117 to Mirabai, then at 18, and then the North Korean turns up. Suddenly the Chinese have to lift more and more, and it goes up another 7 kilos. Second attempt now, 69 for Ismailova.
Belt came undone there.
Yeah.
Wow.
She might have been a bit slow on her right arm. I think she was.
3 reds there. That's got to be a bit frustrating, a little equipment malfunction there.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt she could feel that happening. You know, feeling the belt pop and loosen.
Yeah.
Or loosen.
Timekeeper has 2 minutes ready on the clock, representing us.
And then you just don't have the right amount of pressure, I suppose, as you dip and drive.
Yeah, especially overhead. It just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
2-minute clock. Not quite enough time for a full dance routine, but she'll have some rest. Yeah, she doesn't look too phased by it.
72 kilos, please, loaders.
Oh, she's going to go up.
Yeah. I suppose she doesn't have a whole lot to lose.
Yeah.
She's not going to place anywhere other than last in this session. She has a total on the board, so why not go for something that she hasn't hit this year? You know, 69 is no more than she's made before, so let's go 72. Let's get a 2024 record. Now, Azerbaijan has had a few pretty good lifters in their time. You know, at the moment they've got the European champion at 109, Dadash Bailey. They had Boyanka Kostova briefly. She competed for a few countries.
Yeah.
Bulgaria, Azerbaijan, and maybe somewhere else.
Did she end up in Cyprus?
You know, I don't think it's Cyprus, but I think it's... We're going to find out.
I think they also had Nizami.
No, I think it is. Yeah, just
Pushayev.
Bulgaria and Azerbaijan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, she was later disqualified in 2021. Still holds some of the best totals of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Her 2015 performance in Houston, I think, put her in the top 10 ever.
That was an outrageous performance, and I remember that. It was about something like 112, 140.
Yeah. 210 front squat, I think. Yeah, honestly.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That might be too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll get you disqualified.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good clean. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, technically, particularly a clean, is just spot on.
It's there.
And it pays off to be brave sometimes and go up 3 kilos. You know, when you suffer a miss, it's not easy to do that mentally, to believe that you can make more than you've just been unable to make.
Well, you know, sometimes you know you can do it. It's just a small error.
Thailand, first attempt 80 kilos.
Okay, so Kamika now. She went 3 for 3 in the snatch with 67, 69, 71. She's coming out now. Looks like she's bumping up to 82.
Same athlete, Kamika Kamnosri, Thailand, 82 kilos, first attempt.
Now, something you'll notice with all the Thai weightlifters, whether they're on the taller side or the shorter side, is they all have very well-developed quads.
Yeah.
Very strong-looking athletes. Very lean. They make the most of their weight category.
You know, when this weight category was created a few years back, you saw it populated mostly by younger athletes.
Yeah.
Kind of growing into the class, kind of aging up into the 48s, 49s. But now it's its own class for sure. Oh, very strong clean.
Nice strong jerk. You know, she actually sort of loops the bar a little bit in the clean, not during the pull, but after the contact of the thigh, and it sort of comes down and crashes on her a bit, but it didn't seem to. She has so much excess strength there. Even in the stand, I think she accelerated out of that clean as she stood it up.
Yeah, very strong.
2 minutes to start.
You know, her body type, she's got that longer torso, a little bit shorter legs. She's going to have that kind of big overextension at the top, get behind the bar a bit and kind of thrust it off the hips.
We have a change, 84 kilos, please.
Okay, interesting. So Kong already coming out, the third athlete out, despite getting that silver in the snatch. I guess at this point, you know, she's not going to be able to hold off Saruamon. It's whether she can hold off, well, her teammate. Yeah, her teammate is 4 kilos behind in the snatch. And I say, what I mean is, can she hold anyone off to make sure she gets a medal in the total? Can she get a bronze? So yeah, it is her teammate really who's going to have a big clean and jerk there if she wants to move ahead. But Kong's in the driver's seat. She's just opening a little light. That could be a tactic. That could be to get a score on the board. We'll have to see. She's got some strong legs. 125, she said she back squatted in the build up to this.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Good job.
Great lockout. She looks to be maybe losing consciousness there a little bit, getting lightheaded.
Now you tend to see athletes, you know, in the snatch and the clean, they jump their feet outward slightly. She doesn't. If anything, she comes in.
Yeah.
What could be a reason for that, Matt?
You know, it's just the way that it feels strong. Your pulling position might feel great with the hips or the feet about, you know, hip width, and then recovering from that might feel great with your feet a little closer. You see that sometimes people squat and they like their feet to be really close together. They just feel like they can get into a better position. They have power there.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes mobility tends to play a bit of a role.
Yeah. Yeah, the shape of the femur as well, maybe their hips and the way that their femur actually sits in the socket.
Opening attempt for the teammate, Nguyen. Oh dear. It was a very slow and heavy looking pull.
Yeah, that jerk didn't look to be there at all.
No belt, no sleeves. You know, none of the equipment that might help with a lift that looks a little heavy.
Well, you know, this has got a little more interesting for Kong now because she's got a lift on the board. She's going to be able to hold on to that lead, at least against her teammate here for sure.
Yeah. I think she's going to be pretty safe for that bronze.
Yeah.
Next athlete,
You know,
Vietnam.
Yeah, she's going to be safe. Looking at the scoreboard, I don't think there's a whole lot that can happen to her. I don't think she's going to be able to hold on to the silver, but certainly a medal in the podium. Whether she can walk away with 3 medals, though, that's another story. Both the Thai athletes are pretty strong, as well as the North Korean.
Another change, 85 kilos the weight.
Taipei as well, actually. Not the strongest in the snatch, but one of the strongest in the clean and jerks. She made 68, but she put 86 in. Zhi Yuhong for her opening attempt. I think we'll see her probably come out after this one now at 85.
Chinese Taipei at a heavier weight.
Now there's a lot to be done to make this compared to her opening attempt.
Well, you look at how slow the bar comes off the ground. It just looks quite a bit heavier than a lot of other athletes' opening attempts. But that jerk just was not in the right place. Drove it back behind her, but just couldn't hold it. Looked stronger, more confident for sure.
Yeah.
That one was closer. She had that locked out overhead. She was there momentarily, but just can't stabilize, can't stay locked out.
Loaders, tighten that weight, 85 kilos once again.
Yeah, this is a tough spot to be in. You've missed 2.
Third attempt,
Each one a little closer, but
from a win, TY, Vietnam, 85
not particularly convincing.
Hong next.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to be able to pull this one back.
Well, the other sort of adding insult to injury is that she's got the 2-minute clocks here. So she's following herself.
Well, she's just going so heavy. I mean, we've never seen her make this in competition. 84, I think, is her best. And that was her 3rd attempt at her most recent competition. So to be opening with...
That's huge, yeah.
85, I mean, it's a bold tactic, that's for sure. I mean, she did it in the snatch. She opened with a kilo heavier than anything she'd made before. She got away with it that time. She got away with it 3 times.
I think they're going to move up.
You think?
No, I think, I saw Thailand get up, and I was wondering if she was going to move, but I think she's probably going to go back and do something on a platform to stay warm. She knows it's going to take a while.
Vietnam, win TY.
I mean, she has the ability to make this. It would be a big lift for her. It'd be her best internationally. Huge opener. You know, to take this as an opener, she's already taken 2 shots at it. Clean was better in the second one. Jerk was closer. She had that bar locked out. She's just got to stay there. That right arm's a little bit slow, not quite locked.
Right. There we go. It's a good clean.
You know, it was the one, but then she tried to recover a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
Didn't hold it. Well, that's unfortunate. She's going to end up with nothing there in the clean and jerk or the total. Yeah, such a heavy opener. Really, kind of an odd strategy to open so heavy.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if she was just feeling good. Snatches went so incredibly well. She thought, you know, let's see if I can even out total my teammate. And, you know, just didn't go to plan. That's the first time she's failed to total in international competition. And it happens to most athletes.
Yeah.
Most athletes have stories of failing to register totals.
Oh, catches it really low there. Wow.
Oh, my word.
What an attempt. All the way into the squat jerk. Falls back onto her heels. Shifts to the left. You know, she even goes to take a peek at that left side of the bar, thinking that the weights are sliding off. They weren't. She's just shifting so far to the left. She did that in the snatch as well in the recovery. She had that heroic save, shifted way far, and just can't stabilize it. And she racks the bar so high in the clean, catches it.
Well, she made an amazing save in the snatch. Okay, Kamika.
Oh,
yeah,
very strong. Oh, yeah, you know, big step forward on that jerk, but on that recovery, just had to let it go. You know, it's always good to see that, somebody not fight too much if it's not going to be in the right spot. You can see her grabbing her elbow there.
Right.
Any lateral movement, any forward-back movement like that on the elbow is just not, it doesn't bend that way. Yeah, you can see there, really fights and then gives up. Smart.
Chinese Taipei next.
So here comes Kong again. You know, another 2 kilo jump. 84 to 86. And she really doesn't have, at this point, to worry about that third place. She'll have that locked up, most likely. Yeah, good,
very nice.
clean. Ooh,
Very similar to a teammate. She rushed it, I think.
just right into the jerk, no time there.
A lot of misses now in the clean and jerk. But she's still, no, she's in a decent position because the other athletes who were chasing her, other than Suruamon and Won, they have missed this weight also. So the fact that they're also then behind in the snatch doesn't bode well. Let's see if she can make this time.
Yeah, she'll rack this bar really high and then ride it all the way down. Much better clean than the first. Yeah, it's not stabilized overhead on the way down. It's one of the peculiarities of the squat jerk. It's one of the reasons why you don't see it that often.
Yeah.
It's just so precarious. It's so hard to be perfect with it. If that bar is forward just even a tiny bit, it's over right from the get-go.
And if you rush it down like that and you don't put as much sort of upward force into the bar, you see the elbow go straight away. Okay, then third attempt here for Kamika. She made 82 on the open and missed this on a second attempt. Yeah, it's a good clean. Oh.
Yeah, it's just not there.
Isn't going to be able to do it today.
Lovers, please. 86 kilos.
Okay, so back to Kong, I think. Yeah.
Kong Mi Phuoc, Vietnam, third attempt.
เปลี่ยนนักกีฬาหมายเลข2จากเวียดนามค่ะยกในครั้งที่
Hong, Chinese Taipei.
You know, she looked good for the lift last time. She just rushed that jerk. If she can get herself mentally right for that jerk right after the clean and take that second to just gather herself, there's no reason she can't make this lift.
Now she probably has got the bronze medal, but even so, she's going to want to make this just to extend her lead a little bit.
Oh, a little tougher clean though.
Yeah. Oh,
Again, the same thing, right into it,
Yeah.
leaves the bar forward. Oh, that's a shame.
that is a shame.
ไม่ผ่านค่ะ
But like you said, she is in a pretty good spot
She's
here
in a good spot.
medal-wise.
Yeah, she's going to walk away realistically
Yeah.
with,
Attempt.
well, silver in
86
the...
kilos.
Well, man, she might actually walk away with the bronze in the clean and jerk
Oh yeah, it's
from her
possible.
opener.
Very much, yeah.
If Ji Yu-hong can't make this, and she hasn't made it twice now, then, well, Kong's going to walk away with silver, bronze, and probably bronze.
From Mongol, Thailand, next.
Well, we know that bronze to clean jerk is going to Hong. We're just not sure which one.
Okay.
And nice clean. Oh, yeah, it was close, but again, the same thing happens. Just the bar's out front. She doesn't have it behind her head where it belongs. You can't fight with a squat jerk like that.
Lovers, please. 90 kilos. Siriman, Ramongkol, Thailand, 90 kilos, first attempt.
เปลี่ยนนักกีฬาหมายเลข5ค่ะสิริวิมลจากประเทศไทยยกในครั้งที่1ค่ะ
One. DPR Korea next.
นักกีฬาคนต่อไปหมายเลข2
Suriman now dropping down to 90, obviously just to lock in what's probably going to be a silver medal.
Yeah. Wow.
Easy. I mean, she's one of the best clean and jerkers in the world. I mean, she has been up in those near world record numbers.
Yeah. Well, when she said to us she's made around approximately 100, and we said give or take, I think we're giving a few kilos. She's definitely done some pretty big lifts in training here.
Ramongkol, Thailand, second attempt.
I think the question really is, what does she do here?
I mean, she's going to have to take 3 lifts on her own in a row before we see one come out.
I mean, we've seen her take really big attempts in the clean and jerk.
More loaders.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
96.
There it is.
So
I was kind of wondering if she would go for something big here, maybe take a shot at 100.
maybe even 101, you never know.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Try and bring one out, give herself a bit of time, and then maybe Well, you never know what could happen.
You know, smart move to drop down to 90 for the medal, but
Yeah.
it was pretty easy.
So 192 is the total world record. 108 is the world standard. There's not been a world record set yet. So one would need a pretty big lift. 106 would get a world record total. 109 then for the record in the clean and jerk. But before we get that, second attempt, of course, for Saruamon. She's got a minute on the clock, but she's coming out now.
1 minute.
You know, it's a 6-kilo jump, but I don't think that any other lifter I would have any concern. You know, she is so strong in the clean and jerk. Yeah.
Wow.
Very easy. I mean, routine looking.
Honestly, that technique is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Despite the, the knee and wrist injury that she mentioned, you wouldn't know it. That is just picture perfect.
Yeah, I mean, she may be one of the best clean and jerk technicians
in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
in any category.
Across both men and women. I mean,
you don't move better than that.
So flawless.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to see the opening attempt now from one. She took the world record in the snatch with 87 kilos. She holds it in the total with 192. Massive weight to be opening up with here. This will move her way out into the lead. You know, she snatched 12 kilos more than Saruamon.
Yeah. A staggering lead.
Okay, let's see how easy or difficultly she makes this. Nice.
That jerk
The
is
jerks,
very good.
It's just so powerful, maybe a touch forward in the clean, she took a little step forward. She did similar things though in the snatch, but that jerk, she just powers up through the bar in the drive.
Well, the question here is, Saruamon takes, let's say, 101.
Lowers for 101 kilos.
Does that throw a wrench in the plan of Juan to take a world record attempt? Because if Saruamon makes 101, does Juan want to risk anything to not get that gold medal clean and jerk? And does that put her a little too far back for a world record attempt? I'd be surprised if it does, but it'd be the one scenario I could see that would maybe
well, the 106, that's the world record total, and then 109 for another world record total and the clean and jerk. Okay, final attempt now for Saruamon.
Yeah, this moves her into first in the clean and jerk.
Her best, 109. Did that at the 2012 Olympic Games. Ah, no, like you said, 120.
That's 48.
Wow.
Look at that lift.
My word.
Wow.
Her balance in the split position.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. She not only drives the bar well, she just catches it.
Yeah.
Just right where it needs to be overhead.
Yeah, I mean, that is the most solid technique in the clean and jerk you're probably ever going to see.
I mean, have you seen footwork like that? It's just brilliant.
106 kilos
Yeah, it's amazing.
by DPR Korea.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
Can you imagine how heavy that feels to a 45
Can't
kilo person?
Won's gone straight to 106.
Yeah.
Unfazed by that 101.
Yeah. She just wants world records. She's
Yeah.
got one in the snatch. This is for another world record. This time in the clean, sorry, in the total. This will put her at 193. Wow. Can she get up with it?
Cool. Fell forward in the clean, but she powers through. That jerk is just so
How
strong.
do you do that? How do you make a clean look maybe so tough and then
Yeah.
have that much power?
So strong.
I mean, the North Koreans, the way they, we've had the pleasure of watching them train. They are so hard working.
Yeah.
Pushing the snatch, the clean, the squats, heavy pulls, presses. I mean, the weight that these athletes, the women in North Korea, they're strict pressing 70 kilos for sets of 4, 5. Yeah, and that's the 59s, the 64s. They're so strong.
Oh, it's outrageous how strong these
They
athletes
keep their
are.
knees locked out, but they have quite a lot of hip flexion extension in the press. But still, I mean, just unbelievable.
Yeah, more like the traditional Olympic press.
It is exactly like that, yeah.
This would break the world record.
Well, here she goes for the Olympic record. Sorry, the clean and jerk world record.
This will be 3 world records for the day. Well, 4 really, because it's 2 in the total if she makes this. That's a good day out. I'd rate that.
Any one of the lists she's done so far, you'd be happy to have done.
It's
But-
just if she can get this clean, if she
I
can
mean,
catch the bounce,
Yeah.
it's that hop forward just forced her to pause in the catch before she came up with it. If she can, stay a bit better balanced, catch the bounce and come straight up, it's going to be game over.
Yeah, so much of it has to come down to the pull here. If she can just get that bar to stay close after the finish.
DPR Korea.
Okay, here she comes. Another world record attempt. 109. This is 19 kilos over double body weight.
Oh, sneaks under. She's up. She's got the jerk, though.
Oh my word.
That lockout is just incredible. It is flawless.
Yeah, her strength, her footwork, her grittiness, to continue fighting with a clean that looks that tough and then just, she waited there for 4 or 5 seconds, got her breath, got herself back to it, and then pulls out a jerk that looks like that.
Yeah.
It's a new world record in the snatch, in the total, in the clean and jerk. 87 kilos is the gold Hyon-sim won in the snatch, 109 in the clean and jerk, 196 in the total. I mean, North Korea coming out strong in this competition. That's just the 20 kilos over the silver medalist, Saruamon, who made 176, 75, 101. Bronze, silver, silver for her. The bronze medal in the total is Mai Phong Kong from Vietnam, 76, 84. That's pretty close to a snatch there, 160. And then the runner-up from Thailand, Kemika, 71, 82, a 153 total. In 5th place is Mayalova, 55.72, because 2 athletes failed to make clean and jerks. That was Nguyen from Vietnam and Hong from Taipei. Wow, that's the most exciting start to a competition that you can really ever hope for. All new world records in the women's 45 kilo category. And what a way to start this IWF World Cup.